Good evening. More superb entertainment on the programme tonight. It really has been an exhilarating start to the season, especially in the First Division. 41 goals today, and that's the best yet. Well, our lineup tonight, 2 games, 9 goals, and the team with 3 goalkeepers, Luton Town. Jake Findlay started the match against Liverpool at Anfield. Kirk Stevens had a go at one stage, and Mal Donaghy was asked to do the job as well. Add to that some really breathtaking goals, and you'll appreciate that it was quite a game at Anfield. Well, for another goalkeeper, it was the most important day of his career. The inexperienced Alex Williams of Manchester City facing up to the might of Spurs.
With a chance of getting it away, deftly nicking it over Power and finding Hazard. Back to Brook again, now to Archibald. A chance of a good breakout here as Crooks takes it up. Now can Crooks make the equaliser here? Good save by the keeper.
But tonight's transfer news is that Arsenal's Pat Jennings says he wants to join Manchester City late next week. Well, plenty signs of attacking football, but attendances continue to slide. There are 60,000 fewer fans on the terraces than on the corresponding weekend a year ago. Discipline improves, though. Tony Towner of Rotherham is sent off, but he's one of only 2 dismissed. Sheffield Wednesday lose their 100% record in the Yorkshire Derby, with Leeds' Frank Worthington seen here scoring one of his goals for the visitors in a 3-2 win. That leaves Oxford United the only team in the Football League who have won every game.
Thanks, Dennis. Well, now to those intriguing developments at Anfield, where apart from anything else, the game between Liverpool and Luton produced the highest number of goals in the First Division. Here's Martin Tyler.
It's the same Liverpool side that won dramatically in midweek, but the players' ears may still be burning from Bob Paisley's furious indignation at the way they conceded 3 goals to Nottingham Forest. Luton include Richard Money, once of Liverpool, who's passed himself fit to play against his old club despite a broken nose. Money's deputy, Wayne Turner, is pushed forward to add more steel to midfield, where the captain, Brian Horton, registers the milestone of his 500th league game. Liverpool to attack the Kop end in the first half in the not unfamiliar position of leading the First Division. Anfield pitch here that's been reseeded and reconstructed in the summer, and looking today an absolute picture. Here's Alan Kennedy. Back pass from Mark Lawrenson. And today's referee is Malcolm Heath from Stoke. Thompson spotting Kennedy in space. Good movement ahead of Alan Kennedy. A touch from Dalglish, down for Hodgson. Slick into play by Liverpool. Hodgson, in the end, unable to keep the shot down. Alan Kennedy finding the target with his pass, which was the run of Dalglish. An instantaneous touch for Hodgson. Moss almost running into Lee. Lee's endeavour forced the error. Some room here for Kennedy. Souness played early for Whelan. Kennedy once more. Dalglish and Rush, the only players in the penalty area for Liverpool. It was Whelan who tried the shot. And Lee has found some space. And it was aimed for the head of Whelan and Dalglish. Hodgson, and Liverpool want a penalty, and the referee shakes his head. David Hodgson feeling that there was a push. This was the penalty incident. Was there a push on Hodgson? The referee said no. Steen. Moss presenting it straight to Souness. Kennedy again giving Liverpool a route to move forward. Whelan. Back from Dalglish. Souness. This is Lee. And now Neil involved. Might drop for Lee. And it's Rush with the header, pushed out by Finlay, and Hodgson couldn't squeeze in the rebound. A patient move built by Liverpool on both sides of the field. Finally, the strike coming from Rush, and Finlay just with the left hand doing enough for his side. time, an easier task for the goalkeeper. Trainer, though, perhaps overconfident. Souness. Neil's got forward in this Liverpool attack. Dalglish looked towards the other fullback, Kennedy. Walsh lost his balance at the crucial moment. Recovered it well enough. Steen. Walsh has stayed onside, played onside in fact by Phil Neal. Moss is in the middle. And beautifully done by Paul Walsh. And here's Steen. And Luton are in front with their first genuine attack. And you can see how much it means to them. Paul Walsh with a delightful turn here against the very experienced defender, Mark Lawrenson, who was left without cover. And Walsh sensibly laying it back into the path of Steen, and Luton are in front. The skill of Paul Walsh evident in providing the goal. And Steen, who got the credit for accepting the chance. And here's Donaghy, and Steen has run offside. Well, David Pleat says about his acquisition, Paul Walsh, that he really is a babe at the game at 19. But he's got such instinctive skill. Souness beckoning those in front of him to make runs towards the Luton goal. The pass didn't get away from Donaghy. Hudson. Now, surely he was held by Donaghy. It was a kind ricochet for David Hudson, and it certainly threatened Luton. Hudson looking to turn, and then was fouled. And wonders with the edict concerning professional foul about the interpretation of that. Lee. Guided down by Whelan, it drops for Souness. Via the post, Graham Souness levels the count with a sweetly struck volley. Lee from the byline. Luton might have thought they'd got the danger away from the head of Stevens, but Souness set the sights and Finlay was beaten to his left. And this is Rush, with Luton split and Finlay saving the day. Dinked forward by Dalglish with great vision, but Rush couldn't beat the goalkeeper. Lee's corner. Finlay committed and stretching. Souness, blocked by Horton. Kennedy has tried to catch Luton square, but he's run offside. Making his move far too early. Lawrenson. Now Lee. Across too close to the goalkeeper. And Jake Finlay in the Luton goal hurt himself throwing the ball out, and he's down on the ground. Looked as though he might have strained the stomach muscle. The referee, I don't think, has seen it yet. And play is going on. And Finlay finding it very difficult to get back to his feet. He has managed it. He's clearly really in no position to defend his goal at the moment. And finally, Donaghy takes the sensible course. Well, Finlay dropped to the ground as soon as he'd thrown the ball out. Now, Mal Donaghy went in goal as a deputy for Milja Aleksic last season. The substitute is Radi Antić, the Yugoslav. So Kirk Stevens, playing at Anfield for the first time, goes in at the Kop end as an emergency goalkeeper and has the presence of mind and the character to make a little joke out of it with the supporters closest to him, and he'll be sure that he'll get a sympathetic reception from those on the Kop. Here's Souness, and they wanted offside there, and Rush sprung the trap, gets round Stevens and puts Liverpool in front. Rush using his pace to devastating effect, and the emergency goalkeeper had no chance. Souness timing the pass, and it was Wayne Turner who was caught with Rush on his blind side. Rush onside and clear into the back of the net. Dalglish. Here's Rush. Whelan. Kennedy's got behind Luton here, and Stevens draws applause for his work. And the last act of the half comes from the emergency goalkeeper, with Liverpool going off leading by 2-1. The goals from Graham Souness and Ian Rush, after Brian Steen had put Luton in front, and Stevens unable to keep his goal intact, having filled in for Finlay when Ian Rush caught Luton square and went round Stevens to make it 2-1 at half-time to Liverpool. Luton Town start the second half here at Anfield with a third goalkeeper, Mal Donaghy, who is the recognised stand-in and has kept goal in league games before as a deputy, now taking over from Kirk Stevens, with Finley's rib injury too painful for him to resume. So the substitute, Radi Antić, is on for the second half. Well, it always was going to be difficult for the newcomers to the First Division here at Anfield, but what a task they now face in the second half. 2-1 down. And Steen offside when he sensed perhaps an equaliser. Now Hodgson trying to turn money. Turner got back. Not sure whether Donaghy's au fait with the four-step rule. Too high for Rush to make anything of. Horton. Steen. Down for Antić, and a good run here from David Moss. Kennedy's come across with him, and David Moss with a superb finish. Liverpool caught lethargic at the back, and Moss saw the possibilities early and just looped it over Grobler. Lee. It's a slightly anxious Liverpool at the moment. Dalglish. Here's Souness. And Donaghy was nowhere, but it just passed a couple of feet wide. Here's Horton. Easily read by Lawrenson. And now Neil. Souness. Whelan providing the width on the left. Souness taking over again. Neil's come into the middle of the field, but this is Kennedy. Hodgson making the jump, and then turned away by Wayne Turner. And Luton pull everyone back to try and protect Donachie again. Whelan. And here's Neil. It's an opportunity wasted. Lawrenson and Grobbelaar's come charging out, with two Luton players arriving as well. Dalglish. Here's Hodgson. Stevens, the defender. Hodgson half looking perhaps to try and win a penalty. The referee not helping Liverpool's cause then. And it was a collision with Mr. Heath that saw Souness on the ground. Russia's got a lot of ground to cover to keep it in play. Lee. Now Neil. Well read by Goodyear. Tish, though, caught by Souness. Turner opting for the sensible course in the end. Walsh can hold it up here. It is stopped by Thompson. Liverpool trying to turn the screw. Whelan. They just can't get their shots on target. And it is amazing, really, how players get into habits and styles of play and patterns of play, and when a situation arises where there is a standing goalkeeper and the situation also calls for knocking the ball in to test him out, they haven't been able to do it. Craig Johnston warming up for Liverpool. Moss. And Steen is in the clear against Grobbelaar. He's round him. And Alan Kennedy can't keep it out. Luton are in front in the most dramatic of circumstances. And Liverpool again are found wanting at the back. Moss got it through, Lawrenson missed it. And Steen goes round Grobbelaar. Kennedy desperate to try and get back on the line, but it passes him. 3-2. Kenny Dalglish, meanwhile, goes off. And Liverpool call for Craig Johnston. Whelan. Johnson has come on in an attacking role, along with Hodgson and Rush. He played for 2 hours, in fact, on Thursday night in the Lancashire Senior Cup final against Everton, which went to extra time. He was complaining before the game of feeling a little weary from it. Lee. Well, the idea was right, and Lee feels that he's been cheated out of a corner. Hill. Steen's off on one of those runs ahead of him again and had to check to stay onside. Here's Moss. And Luton certainly aren't satisfied with 3 goals. Horton. Hodgson. 3 Luton players across to deny him. Liverpool have only the throw. As we move into the last quarter of an hour. Johnston. First time from Rush. Lee thought about striking it, didn't quite come right for him, and Johnston! Donachie becomes the third Luton goalkeeper to be beaten here at Anfield. And the substitution pays off for Bob Paisley. Lee switched on quickly by Rush, and Johnston 3-3. The Luton bench and Jake Finlay on the extreme right is now back to be able to watch the game and needs a cigarette there to steady his nerves. Luton have to trade space. Horton across to close Lee down. Money trying to do the same to Hodgson, who got past him. Couldn't get past Turner, who came away with the ball. And possession that was hard won, wasted by Horton. Johnston's offside. Rush tries to put in the rebound. The whistle had gone. Stevens, with an acrobatic attempt, who's already had his stint in goal, used his hands, couldn't keep out Rush's follow-up effort. But Johnston was the player offside. And although the crowd react, there was no question that the decision was right. Hill, with the confidence and belief that Luton are in their rightful environment, to make sure they play their way in a situation where they could have been forgiven for hoofing the ball into the crowd. Hodgson. Goodyear, who's been a tower of strength. Steen. Rush, back for Souness. Johnston. It hit Turner. And Luton can use up some more time. Here's Steen. And Liverpool just can't get possession. Now Walsh. And Steen and Moss have got into the middle. Walsh losing out to Kennedy, which is a little bit of inexperience, because it's given Liverpool maybe one chance to spring forward again. The most forgivable back pass of the season. Antish. Hill. And now Horton. And Lawrenson has to be back defending when Liverpool might feel that they could be going forward. Well, if this had been a military campaign, they'd be awarding medals for gallantry to Luton Town. Donachie goes off, the third goalkeeper used after Kirk Stevens and then the injured Jake Finlay. Craig Johnston came on as a substitute to give Liverpool a save of face with an equaliser, but the pride really here at Anfield is with Luton Town, as their supporters acknowledge.
Yes, great stuff. Brilliant goals, and as Martin said, a courageous performance by Luton, seeing they had to undergo so many changes at the back. The team that survived at Anfield with 3 different players in goal.
Well, about 5 minutes...